curve, and it's good practice. Okay, so it says this meeting is now being live streamed. So let's get it on. I just got to turn the volume down in curve, and it's good practice. Okay, so it says this meeting is now being live streamed. See that delay. Okay. So I'm here today with Arianne, Sheikh, and she is in her car in Cumbria. And so you just tell us a wee bit about yourself, where you are and what you're doing.
Okay, so I know Rebecca because I did the Ecstatic Awakening Dance Teacher training. I am a shamanic practitioner and a body worker, and I live in the very north of Cumbria, right by the border of Scotland. And I love moving. Dance is it for me.
Fabulous. Good. So just a little bit about Raise Your Vibe before we go into it. So this is a game of gratitude that I developed over many years of working in sacred space and transformational spaces. And it's a really good thing to be doing in this kind of January time when everything tends to get a little bit down on energy. So the intention is really to raise that energy up. So first of all, let's begin by just dropping into ourselves and dropping into presence. So I invite you to close your eyes and take a few deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And as you breathe in, feel yourself being energized. And as you breathe out, just letting go of any tension in the body. And then just imagine above your feet, there's a beautiful sphere of sparkling light. It can be any color you like. And on the next breath, you're going to pull that into your toes, feet, ankles, calves, knees, thighs, hips and pelvis, up into the spine and the central torso, up into the shoulders, separating down along the arms all the way to the fingertips. And then fingers, hands, wrists, forearms, elbows, upper arms, shoulders, neck, head and face, swirling up into the crown. So your whole body now is filled with this beautiful, pulsating, sparkling light. And if there's anywhere that you feel particular tension, just let that light go to that space, soothing and smoothing the way into a better experience in your body. And now bringing your hands to your heart, just taking a few deep breaths into your heart and just sending some gratitude to yourself for being here on this planet right now, in this body. Whatever you're doing, we always deserve to be grateful for ourselves, first and foremost, because we're amazing human beings on a very human journey. And then when you're ready, just maybe take a stretch if you can, open your eyes, come back into this space. And so now just let's play the game. So we have many different cards here, and the main bulk of the cards are for getting into a state of gratitude and to raise your vibe into that state of gratitude. So we're a bit slightly more limited than usual, but we're going to go with that because obviously Arianne's sitting in the car, so I can't get her to jump around or shake or do anything like that. So let's start with a few statements. Yeah, you can just do the hands. So the card I'm going to pick today, one of the cards is One Thing I Love Making Is. And the way we play this game is both of us take turns to speak for 68 seconds, because 68 seconds is the perfect time to get your vibe up in the air. About the subjects on this card. So today is One Thing I Love Making Is, and or creating is. And would you like to go first?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so one thing I love making is, and I'm just going to listen from the heart, you're going to talk from the heart, and that way we both get the buzz. Okay, so start.
One thing I love making is food. I absolutely love cooking. I love the colors in food. I love different flavors. I love exploring different parts of the world through their food. I love feeding people. And I love savoring that making of food. And I feel like my eyes eat it and my mouth eats it, and it's just an absolute delight for me. And it's just something so beautiful to share. And in fact, I'm cooking for my community tomorrow night, so hence I'm in my car out at the store buying food.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
I love making things up, actually. I love being really creative about it. What would be my favorite thing to cook? Anything kind of spicy and Indian oriented, I love, and Thai. So things that are really flavoursome and warm and
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's come to the end of our timer. Thank you for that. And so now it's my turn, and I'm going to start. One thing I love making is, this is really, I've been doing it over the years, but I've been doing a lot of it recently. It's like making altars to various ascended masters, female ascended masters, and also for my like different altars on the earth especially is where I like to be doing them. So I've built an altar outside my house, and it's like I built it and it's kind of been left a bit, but I've noticed that as I go to it, that it's always different every day, because nature brings different elements to that altar, and it brings me into presence, and it's kind of like an interface between me and the gods and source or whoever or whatever I am building that altar for. And I think it allows me to, be creative in a way that I wouldn't normally. Thank you. That's that. And what's next? So a happy day for me in the last year was. So would you like to start with that?
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
Well, that's a good way to be, isn't it? Just pick one.
Okay. A happy day for me. Actually, a couple of weeks ago, I just got back from working in Scotland, and I was completely exhausted. And I had this blissful sleep that I did not have to alarm myself awake from. And I had a really beautiful, sensual dream. And I woke up and I stayed in my pajamas and I made my favorite coffee. And then I cooked delicious food. And I did some admin. And then I listened to music and I played my guitar and I danced a bit and I read some of a book and listened to some audio books. And it was just so quiet, and snuggled with my dogs and had the fire going. And I just kept reveling in the simplicity of it all. Just the simplicity of having a really beautiful, nourishing, nourishing, quiet day.
Beautiful. That does sound good, actually. Okay, so just remember always to do the timer. So a happy day for me in the last year was, and I think it's my happiest, so that's why I keep saying it. I've said this a few times now, but I think my happiest day was like on a boat. I hired a boat with the captain and everything. It was very decadent of me. I mean, it wasn't a fortune, but it was just for me and my husband and Arwen, my daughter. And we just went on this sailing boat for the day, and we were doing a bit of fishing. My daughter really likes fishing, and we had some delicious food, and we were just going around like the Greek peninsula, and it was very flat and calm, so there wasn't an awful lot of sailing that was happening, but we just stopped off at various beaches and had a swim and just swam in the ocean. And I just loved it, because I kind of really love the motion of being on a boat but being still. It's really soothing to me. There you go. So I think one more card, okay, and then we'll call it a day today, because
So where does the movement usually come in with this game? So
well,
that I know
there's questions that are just like this, and then there's what's called wild cards, and these have a bit of dancing, a bit of shaking, a bit of different kind of meditation things going on. So and there's some warm-up cards as well that also involve a little bit of movement. So it depends what you pick. Sometimes you might not get any movement at all. Okay. But we'll just carry on with this. So this is, I think, is going to be a good one for you anyway, Arianne. My favorite piece of music is...
That is so difficult.
I knew you were going to say that.
Oh no. Oh wow. That is just, it's so broad, it's so difficult. But I'm going to go for, just in the moment, whatever pops into my head, which is Sunset by Kate Bush. And it's actually a song I think I would love to have played at my funeral. And it's a song that is so much a celebration of being alive and about just witnessing the colors in a sunset. Seeing, listening, feeling, just being completely open to like the majesty of all living things. And I also love that the song changes a lot. It's all very slow and rhythmic, and then suddenly she starts doing this kind of Caribbean type sounds and percussion, and then it goes into another stage that sounds completely different, and so it's fun. Multi-layered. Yeah, I love that one.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. And I know that because Lyndon, my husband, he loves that song as well. So like he plays it quite often. So I know where you're at with that. And for me, I think this is really difficult. So my favorite piece of music is so many pieces of music, and what I find is that especially when I'm looking for music to dance to, I just have a favorite piece of music for like a couple of months that I just like love and love, and then it will move on to the next thing. So at the moment, I think I'm really still stuck on a band called Porengai, and they just make the most amazing music. It's nearly always good to dance, whether that's like a really fast kind of shamanic dance, or it's like really getting into the heart and slowing down. So one of the tracks that I really love is called Stardust. And it takes you on this kind of inner journey, and I feel like it's a real heart piece of music. So that's it. That was easy.
I'm going to put that song on my Thursday playlist. I dance with my community every Tuesday and Thursday. I'm going to put that one on the list.
Yeah. Good. It's definitely, yeah. Music is amazing, isn't it? Just like I couldn't live without music, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think we should live without music, but it would be, it would be a much duller place to live if we didn't have music.
Yeah, absolutely. And so where is your game available?
You can buy it online. And when I put this video out, there's kind of links to buy the game online, and that's where it's at the moment. We haven't got further than that. So yeah, and on that note, there will be all the links to all the workshops and things that are going on in the next 6 months under this video. So please do check us out, and check us out at the School of Ecstatic Movement, and we'll be here tomorrow for another game of Raise Your Vibe with somebody else. And yeah, thank you, Arianne, for joining me today from your car. I love it.
Vibration.
And yeah, and hopefully I'll see you again soon, because it's been a while. And thank you for coming today.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you, sweetheart. Take